Hey everybody, it's Ari from Literary Gladiators. How you doing? Today I'm doing another individual video, and I decided to go back to 1999 when the Pokemon trend was just beginning to come out. And I was looking around my house a few weeks ago and I found some old Pokemon books for like 3rd, 4th graders, and I figured I'd share them with you. These books are really hard to find these days, except in libraries. You can probably rent these out in libraries, but you can't really buy them anymore. Very difficult buys. But these are three of the ones that I found. These are probably the only 3 I have left. I know I had others when I was younger. There was Attack of the Prehistoric Pokemon, Team Rocket Blasts Off, and Thundershock in Pummelo Stadium. And these are based off the actual Pokemon episodes, but they're written, so they have a different perspective, kind of like when I read Harry Potter. I felt it wasn't as good as when I saw the movies. So in this case, I'm going to rate the books for these Pokemon stories based off the episodes. But I'll go over the books first. So this is Attack of the Prehistoric Pokemon, and this book is about how Ash and Misty and Brock are in Grandpa Canyon looking for fossils, and basically what happens is that Team Rocket blows up the canyon, and Ash and Team Rocket get stuck underground with these fossilized Pokemon, and it's how they get out, and they meet this Pokemon here, which is called Aerodactyl. And Ash's Charmeleon evolves into Charizard because it's pissed off at Aerodactyl and stuff like that. So it's an interesting book and an interesting episode. I never really liked the episode very much, but when I read the book, it actually added some bits that weren't there before. The books tend to do that. They add things that are not in the episodes. So I actually like the book better, and in this case. This one's called Team Rocket Blasts Off. This one's a bit of a tricky one because it's actually a combination of a bunch of different stories. So the main plot is that Jesse and James are asked by their head of Team Rocket, Giovanni, to take over the Viridian City Gym and use Mewtwo and a few other Pokemon to defeat other trainers. And that's the basic plot, but then there's also flashbacks to episodes such as Ash catches a Pokemon, where they basically fight Ash and try and steal Pikachu for the first time, and Pokemon Fashion Flash, which is another one where there's like, are Pokemon more beautiful on the outside or on the inside? And they make a salon and they scam money out of people. This one is a little bit interesting because it has a scene in it. It has a part of the book where actually Jesse, James, and Meowth just get mad at each other and they just separate, which never actually happens in the anime, so it's a very interesting part. I enjoyed reading it, and I would say this is also better than any of its anime counterparts. And then the last book I have takes place much later. It's called Thundershock in Pummelo Stadium. All this is the battle between Ash and the Orange Islands gym leader, Drake. And frankly, it's very difficult to describe a battle, a Pokemon battle, using words. So obviously I didn't think this was a very good book in book form. I thought it was better on the television. But still, it was very interesting because some of the moves they used were different, and some of the other stuff was just generally pretty cool. But it was certainly very difficult to follow because of the words to describe the battle. But overall, these books are very hard to find, but they're really cool. If you can get a hold of these, like in your local library, you might be able to rent them if you can find them. I don't know when they stopped printing them, but it's just, I'm glad that I found these on a whim. Like, literally, I was just cleaning out my house and I found them, and I had no idea they were even there. And like, you can even look on the inside of the books, and there's drawings by me in there. That's how old these books are. Like, I think this says Diglett's Cave, and there's a Diglett and a Dugtrio in there. It's pretty funny. Alright, so like I said, best place to try and look for these is your local library. You're not going to find it at Barnes & Noble. You might find it in the kids section, but I would think it's unlikely. You might find the newer ones in the kids section, like the newer Pokemon books, but these ones are pretty old, so. Alright, well, I hope you had a good time listening to my review of these books, and I hope that you gotta catch them all, right? Alright, well, have a good day and keep reading.